Interesting. Alright guys, well, it looks like we're getting started here. I have not been on YouTube in quite some time. I think I want to jump on TikTok as well. I was looking at Fartcoin. That's pretty, that's kind of interesting. But right now what I want to look at is my Proxmox. And after that, I'm going to be messing with Zabbix. Let's see if we can go live on TikTok here. Come on. Stop being a jerk. There we go. Go live. Oh, still no viewers. Not surprised. Go live. Oh, I'll flip the camera on. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, cool beans. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is get this. Hey guys, on TikTok. Live on YouTube as well, and on YouTube you'll be able to see my screen. Just messing about on the computer for a little bit here, and yeah. What's up, 7-5? How are you, man? How are you? Welcome everyone. Welcome Skyboy. Welcome. Yeah, welcome guys. Crazy but at work. All right, how's things going? Yeah, I'm doing well myself. I'm just hanging out. Want to get a couple of things done, and one of the things I wanted to play with was Zabbix. And before I was able to do that, I had a quorum issue in my cluster using Proxmox. But yeah. Again, for everyone that's joining, if you guys want to see my screen and see what I'm working along with, you'll be able to see my shining face on my YouTube channel. I'm live there as well. It's Home Lab Tech Support. Looks like we currently have a whopping 0 viewers over there, but it's alright. I'm live streaming that there so that when people want to RPi as a cheap extra vote can help you fix your cluster. Yeah, or you can force quorum as count 1, or because I no longer have the other node in the cluster, I just totally removed the cluster and forced as local. But yeah, I mean, at this point I'm able to create the containers that I want, but I still want to get this other node out of the cluster, and I'm not sure I really want to deal with that right now. Yeah, let's see if we can actually create the Zabbix container. Hostname Zabbix, password. Let me just make a password here. SSH key file. Let's use my test key. Template. Let's go ahead and use Ubuntu, and let's give this a bit more on the ZFS. Yep, I did that right. CPU, let's give it 2. Memory, let's go ahead and give it a bit more than that, and we'll give it a decent swap as well. Network, crap, what was it? 24.10.0.0.8. Ooh, Justy's live. Invite sent. Let's see if Justy will go live with me. No VLAN tag. DNS will use the same. Confirm. Yeah, let's see if this will start. Sweet. Okay, we fixed the quorum issue, so that's good. Engineer Justy isn't available. Aw, that's sad. Holy crap, I have a viewer on my YouTube. That's friggin' cool. I haven't even checked this yet to see if that's actually streaming properly. my screen capture looks to be a little bit wonky, but you know, that's cool. Let's go check that out. Let's see. Oh yeah, cool. All right, that is showing live. Let's mute that so that doesn't feed back.
Dude,
hi, Justy. Cool. I can't join right now. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, cool. That is coming through crystal clear on
to see if that's actually
on there. All right, cool. So I'm going to keep that muted. I'm going to keep that in the corner. Cool beans, cool beans. Hi, Justy. It's okay. It's no problem. It suggested it, and I was like, "Oh, cool, Justy," and then, oh well. Eventually, someday. Right. So again, for those that are just joining, Fortinet engineer back again from Ireland. Nice, dude. Welcome, welcome. For those that are just joining, I'm also live on YouTube, Home Lab Tech Support. I am on there, so you can see my screen with what I'm doing instead of me just kind of describing what I'm walking through on a Proxmox. So it looks like that container was created. There you are. All right, cool. So let's go into the container. Let's open up that console. And let's go. All right, so Zabbix actually gives you basically step-by-step of what to just copy and paste. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Ubiquity 6.0.10 problematic. Dude, don't even get me started on Ubiquity tonight. I don't have the vocal strength to express my dislike for them. More likes can attract viewers. Keep it up. Oh, cool. So I'm supposed to tell you guys to smash the like button. Just tap on my face. You don't like my face? You don't like my beard? You don't like this little thing that's in my beard? Someone should have told me. Smash my face. Thank you, Justy. Thank you, Nalapino. I totally screwed up that person's name. Anyways, right. So Zabbix login, that's going to be root. Let's type in the password that I had earlier. Nope. I screwed up the password I typed in earlier. What did I screw up? Justy, it totally gave me the pop-up to say, let's go live again. Crap. What is the login that I just made for this? Did I use another one of my passwords and not even think about it? I'm going to have to delete this whole container. Justy, it really wants me to invite you. It just did it again. Ah, suck. I am going to have to delete this stupid container. What a dunce. That is stupid. That is absolutely stupid. Justy, if I could screenshot, I accidentally keep swiping up. Oh, that's you that's doing that. That's funny. Yeah, we all have that muscle memory of just continuing to swipe. We're like, oh yeah, cool. We're, you know, I'm bored of this content already. I totally get it. All right, yes, let's go ahead and delete this and purge that data because Ryan totally screwed this up. I am end user right now. we all have been there. We started there, and occasionally our brains just turn off, and we're like, oh, gotcha. Thank you for all the likes. I really appreciate it. Great. So let's start this whole process over again. Create a container. Call it Zabbix. Password. Let's type in a password that I can actually recreate. That's so embarrassing. Load my public key file. Or, oh, I didn't even think about that. I wonder if it went into, by default, for root passwordless authentication. It really wanted me to SSH in. Well, suck. We'll find this out. Okay, root disk. Let's give this a little bit more than 8 gigs. I really don't feel like playing partition games and resizing later. CPU 2, memory, you know what? 2 gigs is fine. 2048. Swap. Let's give you 1024. Network 10.0.0, 16, 24, 10.0.0.8. DNS we're going to leave the same. Next, and start after created. Finish. Deploying. Okay, cool. Good shit. Oh, holy crap, a whopping 5 people in the live stream. Are you using a portainer? No. I'm using a container. if that's what you meant. Make it 6. Hey, 7. Hey, Flex Delivery. How's it going, buddy? For anyone that's just joined, I'm going to have to repeat this for a while. I'm also live streaming on YouTube. My username is Home Lab Tech Support. And that's just streaming on there, so I can easily archive that, because a lot of people have asked me, hey, can you make your live streams available on YouTube for later watching, for creating and managing containers? No, I am not using Portainer, although I'm going to go look at that now. And so you guys can see my screen while I'm live streaming, because I can't yet use my Streamlabs to stream to TikTok. So that's fun. All right, Zabbix, you are started. Console. Can I log into roots? Yeah, okay, so I just totally botched the password the first time. Don't know how I did that. Maybe it was a caps lock issue. All right, cool. So I'm going to actually take this Zabbix and pull that off screen so that I can more easily copy and paste. All right, so the first command is going to be a wget. This, for people that don't understand, wget is basically downloading this .deb file. It's the same thing as clicking on a download link on a website, but the command line version. dpkg is the package, one of the package managers, and we're just going to copy and paste this. It's basically saying install the .deb file that was just downloaded. So that's done that, and now we're going to go ahead and do an apt update, which is going to, for the system, look for updates and apply those. Actually, apt update is just the go look for available updates. Apt upgrade, so your YouTube has a bigger buffer. Didn't realize TikTok was available on desktop browsers. TikTok is, oh yeah, you can totally open TikTok on a desktop. Do you do any work at all with pfSense? Yes, a lot, but we use FortiGate primarily for businesses. I have a FortiGate for my home because that's where I can do a whole bunch of testing with. But pfSense is just absolutely a core part of my heart in the IT world. I suppose we can start doing some more tutorials with that. All right, cool. So we should also do an apt upgrade if I can type correctly. Just let this container kind of get up to speed here. And now that's just going to go through and zip through everything. Oh, I got an itch on my back and I don't think I can get it. May have to call on the girlfriend for this one. Although she doesn't really like being on a hello from the help desk. Hi, help desk. That's funny that your username is 1337. Our phone number, I got it a long time when we started working with VoIP as a back-end provider. Ends in 1337. Not many people understand what that is. A couple of smart tech people have actually caught on to that. They're like, hey, is your phone number a coincidence? I'm like, nope. I was holding on to that damn phone number for years before we started using that. But yeah, do you do much with application awareness? Are you talking about like filtering and on the firewall? If that's what you mean, then absolutely. Leet speak, yeah, right. We definitely do application-based filtering. Specifically, the biggest ones that we do are for torrent, for peer-to-peer file sharing, and for stopping VPN connections of all things. We filter for some malicious stuff and other protocols that we aren't using or we don't want our clients using on the network. But overall, we just do a light dusting of application filtering. Really, the biggest thing that we do for filtering for people is content filtering. But what about DNS tunneling? So the computers that are going to be that I really give a darn about are behind the production network, and those computers are going to have the certificate authority certificate trusted in the computer. So if they are doing any DO or DNS TLS, then we're going to be able to see that inspection traffic, and the firewall is going to be able to stop it. So I mean, we have security at multiple levels. What about reverse shells? Well, again, it just comes into application inspection and web inspection, and then we're also blocking foreign country, and we're doing GeoIP. There's a lot that is in our basic setup that at a granular level. Where are you really reverse shelling out to, right? Most of those servers are not going to be in most. Please don't firebomb me because this itch will not go away. What was I getting to? Yeah, right. So, by stopping nation state countries, you stop 60-70% of most of the attacks anyways, because they're not coming for the United States. You still have attack surface that you have to worry about for sure. But if you're also, hi Red Angel, thanks for joining. If you are if you're protecting the assets internal, and if you're protecting your attack surface external, and you're watching all of the traffic, then you start to get into fine granular. Unable to locate package. Well, what the crap? Invite storage review to go live together. Okay, cool. Let's see if that happens. Did this package not get... I am missing an apt repository is what I think it really is coming down to here. Alright, so the repo, okay, cool. So my apt update processed this time where it didn't last time. So I ran the upgrade. Alright, so let's try this again now. Yeah, shall we? Apt install. Okay, cool. So after I reran the update, that worked fine. Do you find many customers are willing to pay for this level of inspection? Absolutely. All you have to do is talk to them about, the basics of security, right? The way I explained it to people, it's like a bouncer. The first thing and the biggest thing that I really want to do for customers is protect the network as a whole. And the best thing that you can do is put an NGFW, next gen firewall, at the edge of their network, because that gets to inspect and watch all the traffic going through. Even if you sent or just put I'm trying to keep up with the whole Zabbix thing too. Even if you put agents on desktops and whatever, it's still not looking at the traffic that's going through. What if you have other devices? What if you have a Fastenal vending machine, which one of our customers do? There's just a lot of other things to do, and you have to have some sort of VLAN capable firewall that'll allow you to create other networks, whether it's just a guest network or you have multiple. I have customers that have 33 networks in their LAN. Now those are very large customers, and they deal with tens of thousand devices over the course of a week. But yeah, still. Can you recommend an 8-port network switch for home or office use? You got to give me more info. Do you need PoE? Do you want VLAN capable? Do you want it unmanaged, managed? Do you want it to be part of an SDN controller like Unify? It's hard to come by here in Ireland. You just have to talk to them. I've got an old SonicWall TZ108 at my main office. Ooh, did you just hear about the CVE that was released for SonicWall? I wonder if your firewall is a part of that. Because I know some of the 100 series, but it was a 9.8 on the CVE scale. Where is that? Do you think TP-Link switches are okay? Yes, I do. Where is that 9.8 that just came out? 2021 0402, 2021. You know what? CVE detail. Let's just see the most recent. I've actually not been to this particular page. Switch to HTTPS. Yes, we're on the CVE page and they don't default to HTTPS. What kind of crap is that? I enjoy Palo Alto. Dude, Palo Alto is a... Do you use 40-link much? Probably not as much as I'd like to. Palo Alto is kind of like the Cadillac, but in fairness, their price per throughput has fallen way behind. Certainly, not something unless the customer asks for it that we're going to suggest. Not sure if we need managed since we have Norton 360, and so far we're good. Were you the one that asked about this? Oh, there goes my phone. Do you think... No, you weren't the one that asked about the... What can you recommend? Oh, you were the one that said recommend a search. Well, okay, so I think there's a lot of misunderstandings about, what you're really looking for there, AE top. You know, managed switch has nothing to do with antivirus or protecting your network unless you start talking about, you know, hardcore security based features. And so if you're just looking for, you know, to connect a couple of devices together and you're not messing with the VLANs, which, you know, no offense, but just by the questions you're asking, I don't think you are. You know, go get a TP-Link 8-port switch. They're cheap. You can also do Netgear. But Netgear and TP-Link are rock solid. Honestly, they really are. I don't want to hate on brands that don't deserve it. Palo Alto, definitely not up there with Fortinet. You are right on throughput. Definitely. You know what? I'm just going to go to Twitter because I know... what's his name? He does YouTube videos as well. Just posted about it too. And because I don't follow a million people, I can't wait to work out tonight, says SysEngineer. That's what it was. Tom Lawrence posted about it earlier. Where is that CVE? There it is. SMA 100, SMA 200, 210, 400, 410, and 500V. This is an RCE, which stands for Remote Code Execution, with a CVSS score of 9.8, which means it is absolutely critical. Let's go take a look at that release. Want to hang out. Love Tech Talks. I was comparing Checkpoint to apps. Yeah, Checkpoint's kind of fallen off the bandwagon completely. Gotta head home. Catch you on the next live. Thanks, man. Hey, this will all be up on YouTube as well. And for anyone that has just joined as well, please smash that like button or just tap on the screen. Certainly helps me out. And if you want to actually see what I'm looking at, I'm live on YouTube at Home Lab Tech Support. You'll find my live stream there as well. Attackers are now actively targeting critical SonicWall RCE bug. Oh, that is fun. There are no temporary mitigations. SonicWall urges impacted customers to implement applicable patches as soon as possible. The company said in December after releasing the CVE 2021, which means that it was actually classified in 2021. The CVE, by the way, is CVE 2021-238. Security updates adding that it found no evidence the bug was exploited in the wild at this time. Yeah, but here's the thing though: if you find if you know about a CVE and it's that high, it's likely that it has been getting exploited. In a statement sent to the article was published, a SonicWall spokesperson told Bleeping Computer that the company is yet to observe a successful CVE blah exploitation attempting to target the SMA 100 appliances. SonicWall is actively monitoring the activity against all critical CVEs, including this. Currently, SonicWall PSIRT has not observed any successful active exploitation attempts against this vulnerability, nor have any other reports been made of successful exploitation. SonicWall patched the vulnerability in early December 2021 and communicated guidance to any impacted customers or partners. SonicWall continues to urge all organizations, regardless of security products, to be consistent and thorough in patching and execution. So, you know, this brings us to a whole nother topic of what to do with updates, because, you know, as security patches come out, yeah, you should update, but, you know, if you're just updating just to update, that's the wrong thing to do, because, you know, we just had a perfect proof of point with Microsoft. They blew up printing in one of their Microsoft updates. And they, you know, that, and crap, they just did it again. Domain controllers had an update that was putting them into boot loops. So, all right, let's jump back into Zabbix here. That was the whole purpose of this live stream. By the way, hi, girlfriend.
Hi.
She says hi, everyone. She still communicates with me. Oh, what a lovely thing.
I have hacked into MySQL. Well, I did the command, and it let me into the MySQL under the root user. I'm so nerdy.
Well, shit. Nope. I got that. I should read what's actually in front of me instead of just, you know, going full nerdy. Can't connect to the local MySQL server through socket. Well, that's fun. Did this actually install SQL? Question mark? I don't know if this installed SQL at all. Nope, it did not. So we need to install MySQL. Oh, thanks, Zabbix. I was totally hoping for like a whole just copy and paste thing here. All right, apt install MySQL. What are we gonna do? MySQL 8, MySQL dash server, which is probably going to be the most common one, isn't it? Or is the current MySQL server You know what? We'll just let it run. Install MySQL, unable to load. Helps if I type it right. Yep, I'm sure. And then I gotta make sure, since I just redid my computer as well, that I have the MySQL workbench on here, which I don't think I do. I do not. Do I have any other SQL management tools? I do have Studio 3T. I really do like. There's also gosh darn, what is it called? It's like a Pancake something. Pancake SQL Mac. The logo is absolute. SQL Pro, SEQUEL Pro. Gosh, I love this program. Very Mac friendly, but so is Workbench. Just absolutely great programs if you're working in databases. That Microsoft print snafu really messed us up in the Coast Guard. Oh no, you guys got hit by that too. That is no fun. Nice, subscribed, hit the bell, dude. Thank you on YouTube, Mr. JT. Oh, you're the 1337 person. Hey, buddy, thank you so much for joining and being a part of that. I really appreciate that. Okay, cool. So my viewer window of my YouTube is now reactive. Cool. All right, so now we should be able to open MySQL. Cool, we are in MySQL. All right, let's go ahead and create this database from Mr. Zabbix. All right, create database 1, done. Create user identified by password. All right, so this is going to be one that I'm going to have to actually modify this command so that we can modify this password. And we're going to use a non-standard, what was that CVE again? That CVE was CVE 2021 20038. Yeah, man, thank you for joining the stream and asking me about the CVE. It helps my user engagement. So does tapping that like, guys. I really I hate it, but the truth is that's how TikTok works, you know. All right, create user Zabbix at localhost identified by password. Let's make this complicated. Let's make this complicated. Cool, that is literally going to be the password. Okay, perfect. That has been created. Let's go ahead and grant all. And because this is a test system, I don't mind doing a grant all. Typically, you would not do a grant all for a user on the database because that gives them full access to it. If this isn't an isolated MySQL instance, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. But if you're doing a shared MySQL, it's really best to only give the permissions that are needed, you know, even in an isolated case. But again, we're just following Zabbix's installation process here, and by granting all and just seeing how, yeah, I mean, our next command is basically execute this SQL as the MySQL user. Which it means it's going to go ahead and create all the relationships. It's going to go ahead and do the initialization of the database here. MySQL password Zabbix. So the password for that Zabbix user was let's make this complicated. And it looks like it's executing, or else we would have probably gotten an error by now. Yeah, for everyone that's new to the stream, I am also streaming on YouTube. My username is Home Lab Tech Support, and I am streaming not only my beautiful shining face, but what I'm doing on screen as well, so you guys aren't just hearing me verbally explain this. We'll probably go for another at least half hour, and then yeah, we'll see how far we get in this. Okay, cool. So that has finished executing. Configure the database for the Zabbix server. All right, so now we got to go edit the conf file, which is located in Etsy. Of course it is. So I'm a nano guy. While I know how to use VI, it's just not what I'm familiar with. And you'll hear me preach to people over and over again. Use what you're familiar with. Just because there's you know, more than one tool out there doesn't mean that any one tool is better than another. So let's go ahead and find where that DB password is. Control W gets that find in DB user is Zabbix option, DB password, database password. Comment this line if no password is used, but we do use a password. So we need to uncomment that and add this password, which I believe, son of a biscuit. What was it? Oh, right. Let's make this complicated. All right, let's write that file. Let's exit. And Zabbix wants us to go ahead and systemctl. I pronounce it that way on purpose. I know it's system control CTL. It wants us to restart that Zabbix server, the Zabbix agent, and Apache. And then we're going to go ahead and do an enable, which means that when we restart this container, that Zabbix is going to go automatically restart. Configure your Zabbix front end. All right, cool. So now at this point, we should have a working Zabbix instance, which will allow us to get to there. So let's go ahead and do that. What did we make the IP of this thing? I believe it was 16. Yep. All right, cool. Cool beans. All right, 10.0.0.16. I'm curious if I just punch this in. Okay, default Apache page, which is fine. Zabbix. Booyah! All right, Zabbix 5.4, which is fine. That's the most up-to-date version, but Zabbix 6 just came out as well. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next step. This is going to do a pre-check, and with most web self-installers, including, oh god, what was the last one that I just did? There was a support system called SupportPal. It does all of these checks as well. Wikimedia, when you're doing the Endoku Wiki, WordPress, that's the freaking word that I was trying to get out of my mouth. It does all of these same pre-checks too, so it looks like we're okay because we ran all the scripts as Zabbix suggested. So we're going to go ahead and click next, and I'm going to stop rambling. Database type, database user, and password. Configure the database connection. We already did this, but we're going to go ahead and do this again because it's asking for it. So let's make this complicated. And for those again that are trying to hack my connection, yeah, it's just this is testing, and this probably won't actually be a live instance for more than a week. So if you find your way into your network, please just put a pop-up on my screen and say, "Hi, I'm here," because that'll be kind of fun. Hi everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. And again, for those that are on TikTok, please tap that screen, smash my face, tap on my ugly beard. It's going to help me out. If you want to see what I'm actually doing, feel free to join me on YouTube. The username is Home Lab Tech Support, and you'll be able to see my screen. All right, enter this Zabbix server details. So we know the host, we know the port to the Zabbix server, as well as the name of the installation. You know what? Ryan's test is what we're going to call this. Next step. System universal time. No, we are going to actually set this. So the point of playing with Zabbix, by the way, and I never got around to that, was a lot of places were using Libra NMS. And I wonder if I can even pull that up. Libra. All right, cool. I have my home install as well. Next step. Congratulations, you have configured the front end. Was the username and password that it wanted me to use earlier? Crap on a stick. What's the username and password? Or did I just skip over this because I was rambling too much? Is it the root account? No. Incorrect username or password on account is temporarily boxed. Let's make this complicated. No, that's not working. What the suck? All right, you know what? This is where we get to go have some database fun, because I'm not going through this whole installation process, but we have access to the entire database. So let's go ahead and actually look at what the freaking username is. So we are going to do this over an SSH connection. This is going to be a Zabbix test. SQL host is going to be, what is this, 16. The username to that is root. The database is going to be Zabbix. The SSH host. Okay, right. I always get this backwards. Yeah, find use 127. Zabbix is the username to the database. Zabbix is the database name. Let's make this complicated SSH host. Helps if I put the period in the right spot. Let's put in our root. You know what? I'm going to actually do key authentication because I set it up earlier, and why not? SSH port. All right, test connection, testing. Request timed out. Ugh. So there is an actual difference between. That's not going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work. The MySQL host, the SSH host, test connection. Did you mean to use a socket connection, or should we? If you meant to connect via a port, 127 should be used instead of localhost. But that's not true. That's not. Okay, you know what? Test. Authentication plugin to blah could not be loaded. Connection failed. What the crap? SSH key. You know, I haven't actually tried this key, so let's just SSH with this. And furthermore, let's test and make sure SSH is even enabled on that container, because I don't think it is. It's DNS. It's always DNS. Why wouldn't it be DNS? SSH root at 10.0.16. Okay, cool. Oh, I botched that password. That's fun. Nope. Why is this not working? All right, you know what? SSH with identity of home dot SSH and test ID. Okay, so the test ID for my RSA absolutely works, and we're logged in, so that's cool. Which means this key file does work. Wouldn't you know? All right, can we just click on? No, it's not going to work. Authentication plugin, blah 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 blah. All right, so what if I What if I don't use that database? What if we're not specifying? All right, what if I connect in with just root? Access denied for user root at localhost. All right, so that's a permissions issue. What the crap? Why am I getting beat up by this stupid database? All right, you know what? Let's just do something simple, Stu. Libra, NMS. Oh, that's probably because I'm on a VPN. Yeah, I'm connected to someone's VPN. I'll have to find the IP to my Libra, and we can go through that too. Or we can actually take a look at one of my clients' Libra's instances at some point, because they gave me permission to do some public stuff about that. Zabbix, that was caps lock. Follow the steps described in the Zabbix documentation for installing the front end. Create a user account. Download the source code. For all of the Zabbix daemon processes, an unprivileged user is required. Okay, we never went through that. We totally just were able to install the front end, so that's lovely. Create the Zabbix database. We did configure. We hadn't gotten that far. Make and install everything. So this is just if you're installing from sources. Okay, cool. I'm getting mad. I'm getting whooped by this, guys. This is no fun. All right, what were the passwords that I attempted to use here? First of all, let's close out some of these points. The Zabbix incorrect username or password. Zabbix. No. Let's make this complicated. That's not working either. And can I log in as the root user? That's a no as well. What the suck? Is it just Zabbix? Welcome screen. Enter the username and password to the Zabbix to log in as the Zabbix user. When logged in, you will see connected to that. All Oh, it's okay to Google if you know how to find your password. All right, log in as the default. 8 hours ago, enter the username and Zabbix path. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna type Zabbix. Zabbix. No. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be that. This is really boring, and I'm really sorry. Login as the blah 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 blah. Admin password blah blah. Username blah blah blah. Login as the Zabbix forms. That's no. Okay, none of this is actually helpful. How to reset a Zabbix admin password? Yeah, it's telling me to go into the MySQL database. Through the MySQL root user. MySQL update Zabbix.user set password MD5. Zabbix users update Zabbix users set password MD5 where alias equals admin. Oh, is it just admin? All right, cool. So let's go ahead and go back into the terminal here. All right, we don't have history. All right, what were you suggesting that I do? And you can go to my other window because I don't need you right now. So MySQL user root password, and then enter my password for root. Great. All right, update Zabbix. Don't I have to select a database first? You know what? I'm just gonna follow his info. Update Zabbix dot users set password equals MD5. Helps if I type this right, guys. Where alias equals admin. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Son of a bitch. Oh, sir? No, it needs to be set. All right, let's go ahead. Thankfully, we have copy and paste. Hi, Dur, what's going on? What was the YouTube stream to your screen activity? So the user is Home Lab Tech Support. If you search that on YouTube, you will find the live stream. Thank you for asking. Unknown column alias in where clause. Dude, what is up with my typos today? Unknown column alias, ALIAS equals admin. Yeah. Where? Through the MySQL Zabbix user. Update. I mean, it doesn't user Zabbix. I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing. Zabbix user set password MD5 password where alias equals unknown column alias. This is where my MySQL stuff. Oh my goodness, spell. Yes, I'm trying. Hey there, what's going on? I'm trying to install Zabbix. And if you want to watch me totally fail at this, you can totally join my YouTube stream where I'm sharing my it says admin as username and Zabbix as password. Okay, admin and Zabbix. ADMIN ZABBIX. Dude, Solemn guy. How do I pronounce this? You deserve this. Solemn Yeager. I can't. Dude, thank you so much for finding that. That was okay. Cool. That has now saved me a ton of time. One failed login attempt. There was more than that. Fun frickin' shit. Okay, so I totally just got logged into the Zabbix portal. Now I have no clue what I want to do. This is my first time using Zabbix, and so yeah, let's explore around a little bit. I know I have to add like agents and monitors and a whole bunch of other stuff to this. So cool. All right. Yep, that's obviously that, and this. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay, I get it. All right, dashboard problems, hosts. Can we just straight up add a host in here? Save as, apply, and or DNS points. Zabbix servers already added. Okay, so maybe that's the graphs. There's 19 graphs for this server already. Check that out. There is already data. So when you install that component, it's already monitoring itself. Oh, this is beautiful data. I love this. I absolutely love this. Okay, cool. Inventory. This might be where I add stuff. Serial MAC address, hardware architecture. Okay, so I got nothing in the inventory yet. Configuration, host group, hosts. Host, terminal name, DNS. All right, you know what? Let's just go look up a tutorial on how to do this instead of wasting our time, because I'm sure there's like an easy, here's how to add to Zabbix. Read in documentation the quick start guide. Motherfucker, if I would have clicked on the quick start guide, it literally says enter admin with the password to Zabbix to log into the Zabbix super user. Okay, now that little is over. All right, adding a user. You would go to administration and users, click on new user. You would add it to the group, media. All right, cool. You would give it a bunch of permissions, adding permissions. Okay, cool. Let's add a new host. In this section, you'll learn how to set up new hosts. A host in Zabbix is a networked entity, physical or virtual, that you wish to monitor. Okay, so that's an interesting thing, because, anyways, we're not going to compare apples to apples with Libra on this. The definition of what can be a host in Zabbix is quite flexible. It can be physical server, network switch, or virtual machine, or other application. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can add our firewall. Let's go ahead and log into, I should not do this in the live stream, so make sure that my public IPs are not shown, because we are in a live stream. This isn't something that I can just cover with my hand, so give me 1 second and we will go find out. Because I know 100% that it'll show up on my dashboard. 85 clients, and we're only pushing 100 megabits a second through the house right now. That's nothing. Something's not seeding or spanning correctly. All right, network interfaces, and let's go into the LAN interface. All right, now it's safe to bring down into the window again. Okay, cool. So SNMP is turned on, and then I know there's another place that I have to go actually configure that. I don't often change. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. So I actually kind of know what I'm doing. All right, any host. Let's change the hosts. Let's just do my entire trusted network. Accept queries only. Yes. Although maybe we want to send traps. I don't know. All right. This is 161. And what is the community? Billy Bing. That's a weird one. Why did I set up Billy Bing as the freaking whatever? I don't care. All right. So apply that. Cool. So now let's just move that tab over here and let's go back to our Zabbix. So we want to go back to inventory and hosts. How do we add a host? We were going down this path. Go to configuration and then hosts. Okay, cool. There's already a predefined host called the Zabbix server, but we want to learn adding another host. To add another host, click on create host. Top right hand corner. That's easy to find. Okay, host name. Is this literally the host name? New host. Okay. Home firewall. Visible name. Home firewall. Groups. Firewall. New. Networking. Or just do network. Templates. Network device. We'll just do network. Interfaces. There are no defined interfaces, so we do want to add maybe okay. Let's just continue following along here. To add a new host, click on create host. Bare minimum, enter the name. Add it to a group. IP address. Although not required field, technically you may want to enter the IP address of the host. Note that it's the Zabbix server IP address. If this is the IP address of the Zabbix server, it must be specified in the Zabbix agent configuration server directive. Got it. Okay, so templates, IPMI, macros, inventory, encryption, value mapping. Okay, cool. So SNMP, this is going to be 10.0.0.8. DNS name, I don't have one. The community is going to be not that. What the crap? Was it Billy Bing or something stupid? Yeah, Billy Bing. Back over to this. Billy Bing. Use bulk request? Yeah, sure, whatever. The availability column container indicates. Okay, cool. I'm just going to click on add and let's see what the crap happens. Yeah, cool. Hey, still 4 viewers in YouTube. That's cool. Some people actually want to listen to me. If you're in TikTok, super helps me out if you just tap on that screen, even slowly or occasionally. Hi, Dave63. Welcome to the TikTok. And again, for those of you that are new or that haven't heard me spiel this a couple of times, if you want to see what I'm actually doing on my screen, I'm live streaming on YouTube. And you guys can actually watch what's going on there. And I even set up a couple of screens. You can see my ugly face really big. And now back to the screen. Okay, cool. All right, so monitoring. Let's just go click on hosts. Availability. It has not pulled from the SNMP yet. So either I've royally fucked up, which is possible, or it just hasn't pulled yet. So let's give that a minute. And the Zabbix server has a problem already. So let's go take a look at what the problem is. Dude, there's... Oh, operation not permitted ping socket cannot execute script. Why? So that's kind of cool. If I click on it again, can we check? Yeah, no SNMP has been given. Let's just go make sure that I did this correctly. The 10 subnets, Billy Bing, accept queries only. Yep, accept queries and traps. That's an IPv6 if we have that enabled. We are on port 161. We are allowing basically everything. Yeah, I mean, it didn't bitch when I gave it a /24 to allow the queries from. So that's fun. All right, you know what? Maybe it just takes a minute. It's still not done it. That's stupid. Let's add a couple other things. Let's go add. What is it? 3 is my Cisco switch for the house. Let's log into that and let's open up that SNMP as well because that'll be fun. Let's just overpull from multiple monitors. I'm starting to like the whole Zabbix layout. It really is just kind of clean compared to Libra. Yeah, all right, SNMP. Let's go take a look at the communities. That's the only thing I don't like about the business series switch. Community string. All right, that's cool. We got to know that. And then let's take a look at the. Is it under groups or users? I forget where this is. Engine ID. No, where the crap is? You have to define the IP address that you're allowing to pull in these. So let's go take a look at where that's at. At least I thought you did. Is it just straight up allowed? Let's just go through all the options here. Nope. 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 Oh, girlfriend's watching Little Mermaid in the bedroom again. I can hear it. Communities. Nope. Yeah, okay, cool. I should just be able to straight up add this. So let's see if I can do this without reading the tutorial again. First of all, I'm curious if this has updated at all. Status enabled, latest data. Nothing. Yes, hon, I can hear you all the way in the office. Do you want me to sing along with you? Is that what you're attempting to make me do? I think she's trying to hear it in the live stream. Oh, I can hear her laughing in the background. Okay, cool. Create a host. Host name. Yeah, I figured that's exactly what you were doing. Home, Cisco, SG. Interface. This is going to be an SNMP. That is going to be a 10.0.0.3. It is 161. The community name is this weird long thing. It is a version 2 description. 24 port home network Cisco. I don't think I can send likes on the TT desktop site. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Well, I appreciate you trying anyways. Proxy, no proxy. Can I switch between tabs without losing my data? I totally can. There is no IPMI. Tags, macros, inventory. Wow. Okay, that's cool. There's no encryption. There's no value mapping. Host groups. Network. Yeah. Cool. And then just straight up add. So I don't think I'm missing anything. Other options will suit us with their defaults for now. So let's take a look what the other options are. Host name, visible name, groups. Oh, so this is for all the IPMI stuff and right. Okay, so everything that we just went through as far as the tabs. All right, cool. So I guess I just have to wait and see if this actually does start polling, and if it doesn't, then I got to figure out why. I mean, we're following tutorials here at this point, and it seems to be working fine. Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. If you have not done so already, please tap on that screen. Super helps me out. It helps people just like you find this live stream. And if you want to see what I'm actually working on, go to YouTube and type in Home Lab Tech Support, and you'll be able to find my live stream on there. We're almost been live for an hour. So let's yeah, let's see what we can do here. All right, discovery. Okay, that's cool. Add a discovery rule. Can we select? I have no discovery rules. Okay, that's fun. Services, just root. That's fun. Okay, so yeah, it just seems like there's not a lot set up here, which obviously because this is a brand new install. High memory utilization. Are we really? I mean, it says we have a gig free, so what are you complaining about? Application memory. Now, I don't know if that's actually the problem here. We can take a look at this in a different way. Really? I don't. Oh, right, because this is just like a very vanilla Ubuntu. Yeah, man. I mean, literally, now we can almost see it graphically. I gotta put my TikTok phone and my YouTube camera on the same side. Yeah, I mean we're only sitting at 666 megs out of 2 gigs here, so I'm gonna dismiss that in my brain here. All right, let's go ahead and get that out of here. Severity average, mass update, change severity. Let's just go ahead and acknowledge. Checked in system direct. Only using 666 meg out of 2 gig. Update. Does that clear it? Yeah. Okay, so that acknowledges it and kind of silences it. So if I look at the host again, do we still see? Yeah, we still see a problem. Why is the SNMP not polling? What? Root. Add child. Action. Calculation. All right. So I'm getting in places that I don't even want to understand yet. I simply want to understand how we poll status unknown, how we poll from the device. Home firewall. There are no graphs yet because there's nothing here. So I mean, it should be able to just do an initial poll and find out what is available on that device, and I'm having trouble understanding why. So let's go take a look at host. Configuring a host, inventory, Zabbix, configuration host, create a host, blah, 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 one host. All right, so 5.4 current, let's do this. SNMP, let's actually search the documentation. RTFM, right boys? RTFM, right girls? Dangerous word in IP. It should be able to, yes, it should. I mean, it does straight up say that, you know, it can do it. SNMP response from a host gateway does not contain all of requests available. But you know, there's also the human error, the pebcac error, the me in the chair error. So yeah. Oh, all right, let's start at the top. Overview. May want to use SNMP monitoring and network searches, blah, blah, blah. To be able to retrieve data by SNMP agents, Zabbix server must be initially configured with SNMP support. Okay, you brought me down to here. Configure the sources. Configure help. Dot configure enable server, enable agent MySQL with blah, 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 blah. To configure the server with PostSQL, with SQLite, to configure a Zabbix agent, configure enable agent, or for Zabbix agent 2. So you brought me here to talk about SNMP with net SNMP. Configure the source. But we did this from a script from the daemon, from the tutorial. So now my question is do we even have the right backend? Because this is, yeah, okay, so this is telling you how to install from source. So I don't know if that's really going to help me over here. I'm going to make an assumption, and that's going to make an ass out of me eventually, that's done. SNMP checks are done over UDP, which we already know. UDP 161 is did the problem total increase to 2 with the new SNMP trap setup? Solemn, no, it did not. If we go back and take a look, you know what, we're just going to move all of these windows into the existing Chrome over here to make our lives a little bit easier. And let's go back over to monitoring and then go into hosts. Problem is still count of 1. And if we go into that Zabbix server, if we go into problems, we do see that high memory usage is the only one, and that is the one that we have acknowledged as well. So trigger overview. Yeah, there's so much that could be configured here. Problems by severity. Okay, that's cool. And I like the fact there's a clock, and this dashboard overall, you know, you basically can full screen in the tab, which is kind of nice if you want to see what's going on with your network. And I'm sure there's more that can be customized here. Yeah, literally, and edit the dashboard. Add, what do you want to see? An action log, a graph, or anything, you know, that. This is going to be beautiful, and I think I really, from everything that I've been looking into before we started playing with this tonight, I really think this is going to be the way that we want to go away from Libra. Speaking of Libra, can I find my home Libra instance? You know, let's do a LAN scan. And let's do a port scan, and let's just do 80 and 443, and let's find out what on my network has this. Raspberry Pi, Cisco, blah, 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 blah. 33, it's probably going to be a low IP as well, I think, I hope. Although, you know, the other thing that we can do, yeah, that's not going to do it either. Did I cat? Nope, that's not the one I want. That's also not the one I want. Okay, so it's not on my Etsy host. Hi, network dude. Hi, Casper Chuck. How are you, bud? Oh, welcome to my live stream. And because you're new, just to let you know, I am streaming on YouTube as well if you want to see what I'm actually working on. Yeah, okay, I'm losing energy, I'm losing focus. Alright, so it's not the seed box. It could be 19. Let's try punching that in. Yup, there it is. Alright, Libra NMS, home Libra NMS, copy password. Alright, so this is, you know, what my home one, you know, all of this already has the ability to monitor all of this. So if we, when I lose a host, I'm not sure what you're referencing, I'm sorry. Hi, Nigel. Welcome to the live stream. Smash that screen for me if you would, certainly helps me out. Right, so, you know, in Libra, I get a total overview, and it pulled all of this from the firewall. So I know it friggin' works, and we can clearly see, you know, that traffic is being, that's right, gosh darn it. Alright. sudo nano etc hosts. What is the IP to this Libra? 10.0.0.19. Libra nms.srq.e6rm.com. And no, it is not publicly accessible. There we go, that fixes that. All right, cool. Love the host file. If you don't want to go through creating your own DNS, that is the way to do it, to just make it work. So yeah, I mean, clearly it, you know, it works, and we push data through the firewall a lot. I've been monitoring for quite a while, since June of last year, and I mean, we can see that I do a lot of spikes, but then over the last while we started, what's your YouTube channel name? Home Lab Tech Support. I wish there was a way that I could pin that in here. But yeah, over the RMRF SC host, hey user, now, play nice. Yeah, anyway, so all of this is in here. It you know, it's an older looking interface, but it certainly does the job. We can set up alerting. We can even see, you know, mostly how devices are connected together. It's not perfect at all, but yeah, I mean, especially when we look at some of my customers that have, you know, hundreds of devices, it just doesn't, this map gets just ugly. And I've never really set up any of the geolocation stuff. I suppose I should, but Libra NMS is more of monitoring for, you know, routing and network level, not really what I'm completely using it for. And you can also do billing from here too, based on usage percentile. Yeah, anyways, really all I use it for is I want to go looking at traffic and historical traffic and just see how much I've been doing and stuff like that. And again, it works. But I want to explore new things, which is the whole point of going through all of this. And again, SNMP is still not available. So what have I done wrong? I haven't restarted the Ubuntu instance since we did the installation. So I'm just going to go ahead and... Casper, you're right, and good and on you, user, for recognizing that as well. RMRFs / we'll just delete the whole system. That's the joke, RMRF. So let's see if the reboot's going to help us at all. Yeah, that's usually pretty quick. So let's see if that's back up. Yeah, it's back up. All right. Yeah, I've already been able to log in. Uptime, 0 minutes. Cool. Dashboards 3, graphs 21, problems latest data. But seriously, I'm hopeful that this just starts polling. The other thing is, can I see a log of what's going on as well? Scripts, queues, user roles, authentication, general proxies. Create a proxy, huh? Active and passive proxy. All right, I'll have to definitely deep dive into that. Event correlation. Nothing here. Trigger actions, auto actions, services. Yeah, there's a lot that this is capable of, and I know it has a lot of connectivity. But all right, status enabled, agent. All right, home firewall. I'm really curious about the firewall one, so let's take a look at this. Okay, first of all, SNMP, SNMP v2, SNMP, Billy Bing was the community that I had set up in there. Use bulk requests. What is Zabbix bulk requests? What is a Zabbix bulk request? Add bulk request in systemd plugin. No, bulk SNMP bulk requests. Here we go. Zabbix for monitoring. When requesting values from SNMP hosts, Zabbix may request one value at a time or multiple values in one go. Getting multiple values in one go is more efficient, so this is what Zabbix will try to do. Okay, cool. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that. Don't leave empty-handed. No, I don't want your silly pop-up. So we're going to go ahead and leave that IP 161. We know that IP is correct. Templates for link a new template. For what though? Update. Host updated? No. Oh, those are just global action buttons that are at the bottom of everything. I just did not see that. It just moved up really high. Tags, macros, encryption, value mapping, mapping. Am I going to have to manually add, what is it called? It's a 3-letter thing. I want to see if I can remember this. I give up. Because I don't want to sit here. What is it? The MIB file, right. Although I thought Zabbix just came with a whole crap ton of MIB files and just understanding of hosts already. So this is that's a little bit frustrating. All right, I'm starting to get a little bit cross-eyed, so I think I might end this early. Instead of being a 4-hour live stream like I normally do, maybe just make this into a 1-hour live stream. So yeah, I'm gonna play with the live stream for a second here. Do I widgets? Donation goal, subscriber goal, tip jar, stream, chat highlights, member goal, spin wheel, viewer count. Can I just show like the latest people that have subscribed in here? I'm gonna have to play with that too. I just downloaded Streamlabs for doing my YouTube streaming, so that's a lot of fun. All right, y'all. I legitimately I'm starting to see cross-eyed at this point. So I think I'm gonna call it a night. I really wasn't planning on doing this, but you know, I figured what the heck, I hadn't streamed in a while, and I know there's a couple of people that have asked me to do it. User roles, users. All right, so I mean, all of this is going to be some standard stuff in here. Admin guest, authentication, LDAP settings, so that's cool. HTTP settings, I'm sure that's where you configure. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of fun stuff in here. And we'll, what's up, IT brethren? What's up, boss? How are you? So I think this is really where, yeah, lots to do. You know, I played with, I can't remember if it was version 4 or version 5 when 5 first came out. And this is kind of where I got stuck was, you know, I started playing with it and it wasn't as straightforward as some other products. And that's probably a me issue. I'm first to admit that, you know, I don't know what I don't know. That's definitely more that I have to learn. So I'm going to do some more learning, and I'm going to come back to the live stream at some point, maybe in the next week or so, and we'll totally wrap this up, and we'll walk through what the crap I did wrong and what I'm missing here, because I would love to figure that out, because Zabbix looks like a great product, and I mean, it has so many integrations. I was looking at, goodness, what was it called? It's the little chipmunk. It's not Grafana. The guy that does, oh, this is really where I'm getting brain dead. The YouTuber that does coffee and brew reviews along with tech setup stuff. Whoever recommended Portainer, I'm definitely going to have to go take a look at that. I'm going to put that into my main Chrome window. So that I get to that at some point. Crap. You know what? History. Screw it. What? Let's go take a look at my history. Maybe not on this screen. Where is it? That's a lot of Zabbix history. Fartcoin. Observium. That's what it was. So Observium is pretty legit too, and I feel like it's a little bit more of a polished front end than Libra is almost, but there's a trade-off. And hey man, keep doing your thing, good content, it's informative, really enjoy you and my For You page. Oh, thanks man, I appreciate that. While you're here, just tap on the screen for me. Those likes really help. You know, people like yourself. Craft Computing, thank you. I remember to click the like button. Yes, Solemn Ridge. Dude, I keep screwing up your name, and I really apologize for that over my YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I totally love doing this stuff for you guys. And then, yeah, what is the guy that started YouTube? Again, brain dead. Like, you're going to hear a lot of that from me. He's usually on my front page. Where to go? He started off, like, he got super famous by talking about how he built the task manager. What is this dude's name? There we go. Dave's Garage. This guy is great. Hi, welcome to Dave's Garage. Oh, right, because YouTube is
actively used by over 200 million unique people each and every month, decades later to this very day.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy is really cool. This guy is, when it comes to tech, is hardcore. He also helped build the pinball game, and he really dives into some deep level Microsoft stuff too. He even talks about the coding and how he found a kernel bug in the operating system of Microsoft because the kernel was over reporting the processor's utilization, and it would sometimes go over 100%. Really cool dude, seriously. And if you guys get a chance, you should go watch him. Again, that YouTube channel is Dave's Garage. Right, I don't know where I was getting to with that, but anyways, on that note, y'all, barnacules? No, Solemn. I do not believe so. Anyways, this is where I'm going to cut it a little bit short. I really appreciate you guys, coming and checking in with me, just hanging out while we just bullshit with Zabbix. To the people on YouTube, thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe and hit that like button. To the people on TikTok, if you're not already, go ahead and tap on that follow button and tap that screen for me. It really does help bring people like you to these lives. He wrote the zip tool too, didn't he? Yeah, so Dave not only wrote the zip tool, but he was kind of forced to give it up because he was working at Microsoft. And so because he was working at Microsoft, they were either going to buy it from him or they were going to force it to give it to him. And so they actually contacted him thinking that he was just an external software contractor. Like, hey, yeah, let's fly you up. Let's talk to you. He's like, well, I'm already here. He's like, and they were confused. They're like, what? I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, you're an employee? Let's go ahead and just take this from you. And it's not as bad as it sounds. But anyways, what does Dave say at the end of his videos? Crap, let's go find out because I want to say it for this one. Yes, Dave, I'm going to steal your end of the show.
Details, informative or entertaining, please leave me a like on the video. If you did not, consider sending me a strong message by clicking on dislike twice. That will really get my attention.
Dislike
if
buttons.
If you've got any questions, fire away in the
not.
comments. I'll do my best to answer. Thanks, and I'll see you next time here in Dave's Garage.
What? No, this video. Oh, that was one of his older videos.
This little chair.
He does this cool thing like with a really old rocking chair. Anyways, okay, I swear this is it. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you guys later. And thank you for the 3.8 thousand likes. That truly does help us out. Bye, guys. TikTok, and yes. All right, YouTube.